You see me? Can you see me? That's a bit dark, isn't it? That's better. That's even better. Brought to you by Bontrager Flare R. I can't bang on about this light enough. So today's vlog's just going to be a dinner check-in. But I'll tell you what I've ate today. Sometimes I'm rising and I'll have some water. Sometimes I don't feel like caning water, right? First thing in the morning, I like to taste coffee on my lips or a hot cup of tea because I'm a Brit. Brits drink lots of tea. Sometimes, I've got no set routines. I fly around with it, whatever the fuck ever, That's me, completely aware of what I'm doing. So we had coffee, we had some of those. Do you know what? If you go in the supermarket, don't buy the main brands like Nestle. Well, they're probably made by Nestle anyway, or a company that makes food by Nestle, or Heinz, or whatever, But you notice like these big companies now, like Unilever and Procter and Gamble or whatever, they're kind of buying up everything, aren't they? So check your labels. I mean, you got to eat, haven't you? But I check the ingredients, I check the labels. But my point was going to be, buy the supermarket own brand. Like for me, Tesco's own beans, which are probably tweaked by the same company that makes Heinz baked beans, taste better to me personally. The sauce tastes like more saucy, more tangy. I like it more, Again, whatever suits you. You might like Asda beans, which again are probably made by exactly the same company, but they tweak their recipe for Asda, okay? Same with Sainsbury's. Same with Waitrose, same with like Marks and Spencer's. They all taste different. Just buy a tin of each from whatever, There's not like thousands of companies making tins of baked beans out there, is there? So, I had another cup of tea. Well, my first cup of tea, because I had coffee and the malted wheats, alright? Malted wheats, I think they call them, alright? Around 10:30. And then, mid-morning, kind of lunchtime, we had a cup of tea. And then, kind of late lunch, 1 o'clock, 1:30. Because sometimes I like to eat lunch early and get it did. And then it's digesting, ready for whatever I'm going to do. Again, whatever that floats around. Again, I'm not like religious or routine with that, but whatever. Depends what the day is, to be honest. And we had some leftover pasta from like last night. Tonight we're having some leftover pasta, but we've got some spinach on the go, fresh spinach. I was going to say frozen, but it's not. It's fresh spinach. But we have got frozen beans, frozen peas, which we're cooking up, and we're just going to dump those on one plate. We're going to dump the pasta on the other plate. This is where you start to see things differently, see. What can I make to eat? What can I make that's something good to eat? What am I going to eat? Someone was saying to me the other day, am I still doing my diet? I'm not doing a diet. I'm doing pretty much more than the average person, you know what I mean? It's like you follow me on Strava or know what I do my cycling or whatever. I'm not exactly doing that on a diet, am I? Like today, I rode 200 kilometers today on some cracker bread and some skinny tea, Jesus, and then some people say like, I couldn't do without my meat and my eggs and my dairy and stuff. Well, I'm doing it, and I'm kind of like doing better than I was when I was on that stuff. I felt like so mucused up all the time, as well as losing a bit of weight around my chops and stuff. Look at that, look, chisel chin. It's all about the camera angles. So yeah, I mean, diet. No, it's a lifestyle. It's just like everything is a diet to a degree, isn't it? And if you look in a dictionary, diet, what is the diet of this animal, that animal, But all animals kind of eat the same thing all the time, don't they? They don't like venture off and start eating Pizza Hut, do they? And Burger King and Macca's and stuff, do they? But human beings, where have we gone off track? Do we really know where we've gone off track from what we used to eat? I don't know. I mean, plant foods, plant-based lifestyle sounds good to me. Float around with that, people, and I don't think you're going to go too far wrong, But no one's really got a solid answer, have they? Like where we've actually come from. I've got a book. I've got 2 books. I got one, the Sing Gospel of Peace. There's kind of a little piece in that which kind of says about like diet and nutrition and stuff. But I have got another one about like what did the Essenes eat, Like I'm talking about like ancient Egypt and stuff, like maybe Samaria or something like whatever, that kind of part of the world, okay? Which is interesting. So I've got to get my teeth into that at some point. I've got so many books to read. Always in school, you know. I like to think of I'm always in school. So yeah, I'm not eating a diet. I mean, if I was depriving myself or on a diet for like whatever reason, people seem to do diets. They kind of do diets are kind of, to me, like someone's depriving themselves, aren't they, of all the good foods, like the low fat this and the low fat that, which, you know, you can eat like low fat foods, but if you're eating like vegan low fat, like quality foods, that stuff's tasty. Or because foods like low fat and Slimming World or Slimming Fast or some sort of special diet food made by some bullshit company which only cares about greed and their wallet and their bank balance just to sell people this bullshit product. It's all crap. It tastes like cardboard shit anyway, a lot of it. I know, I used to eat those Slim Fast shakes and those bars all the time, you know. Yeah, damn, I lost some weight, but then I put it back on again. Now I'm kind of floating around. What did the scale say? I don't know, and personally I don't give a fuck. I could jump on them now and they could say 12.5 stone, just under 12 stone, whatever. I couldn't give a shit, you know. It doesn't really mean nothing. Water weight, muscle weight, you know, it just fluctuates around. I can give a shit. All I know is I stand in front of the mirror sometimes. I hate myself. Other times I stand in front of the mirror and I think, yeah, you're looking pretty good, you know. Jumped on the bike like 3 or 4 weeks ago and started riding more because I was bloated as fuck 5 or 6 weeks ago. It really was. And that just came off 2 or 3 weeks, you know. I started hitting the pasta a lot lately because I want to get some heavy carbs in me to do some of the rides I'm doing, you know. Potatoes and rice. We had some rice and beans in that the other night again. Potatoes, like say 2 weeks or so ago. I don't know if you follow me on the Instagram, you'll see the upload. But you know, just float around with it and try stuff out. Sometimes I go off pasta again. You know, I'll come back to it. But as far as diets go, no, I ain't on no diet. No way. Well, if I am, I'm like since April 2011, right? That's how far we are into this diet, you know. The right fuel for life, isn't it, you know? I wouldn't be able to go out and do what I do on the bike. I'm not even really doing anything on the bike special. I'm not even training. I'm not even cycling to my potential at all. I just go out and ride my bike. I ride my little bicycle and push the crank round. Alright? Doing nothing special at all. I ain't on no diet. Right, I'm going to call that quits now. Bontrager Flare R. Next thing you're going to see is the photo of my dinner.